Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Crying Suns. In the last video, we defeated General Vivar, leader of House Cash Buendia, and we were preparing to enter the folder net to, I guess, the Elysium galaxy. Our leads into who could have shut down the folder net dried up with the death of Vivar, since he himself did not do it and had no clue who else might have done so. So we were just going to go there to try to, I guess, meet Oberon and see about turning back on the machines. I suppose we would have gotten the information from Oberon as to where the one particular network is that was accessed to shut them all down. We were on the way to do that when we met a copy of ourselves. And this copy had something it wanted to show us. He said we'll thank him for it, and then he accelerated his battleship into ours and destroyed himself and us in the process. We then were taken to a cutscene on Gehenna, where 4 Calibans were in discussion amongst themselves about what to do, since this strand of Elias, Idaho is now compromised. We've learned that the Calibans have been attempting this for years. So I'm getting the impression that when we go out there, maybe like a month occurs in our attempt to reach the folder. And when we were woken up the first time, there had been prior Elias, Idaho attempts to get to the core system, to reach Elysium and the folder network there in order to turn back on the machines. We learned that there's not enough time for them to reset their program to create another Elias, Idaho, who would not know that the Emperor had him executed in front of his wife for refusing Oberon's order of bombarding the survivalists' planets until they were obliterated. He disobeyed a direct order from Oberon, and Oberon was apparently not happy with that. The Calibans believe that we are now tainted, as it were, because I suppose I don't know how we gained this information, but now we know it. Like, we know it. We can't not know it now. So I'm not sure how I want to play our Elias, Idaho now that we know this information. Obviously, we will continue with the game, but if we have a choice of what to do, if turning back on the machines restores Oberon's power, I think we would still do it. More lives would be saved by us turning on the machines than by leaving them off. We've seen lots of corruption and pain and suffering that the machines have, but the machines' existence have brought various people, but they've also helped the lives of other people too. It's going to be an interesting choice if we ever get a choice of that sort. Well, I'm done babbling. We are going to be playing the Hammer Ship this time around and trying that out and seeing what that's like together. Let's go ahead and get started. I can remember. Not everything. Only a moment. I was in Oberon's palace. No! Yes. Executed me. The original Idaho. For not bombing Ganima. And there was a woman there. Rebecca. Yes. The original Idaho did not bomb the survivalists on Ganima. He refused. So Oberon executed him, in front of Rebecca. But we'd been so loyal to him. I've died hundreds of times in his name. The name of the man who killed me. That other Idaho we encountered, he was telling the truth. All these deaths of mine, it's all been for nothing. Everything I believed is a lie. And you knew I never bombed Ganyma. You knew what he did to me. You lied to me. I did, yes. It's what happened to all the other Idahos. They all remembered. Not everything. The inhibitor prevented a total memory recollection, but they remembered enough. The original's execution. And that ruined everything. Now, you will finally tell me the truth, machine, or I will end you. You're right. It is time you knew. I will tell you everything you want to know. How many others have there been? Hundreds. Hundreds. We started the very day the Omni shut down. The day the FoldNet shut down. Just as we had been programmed to do, roughly 8,000 days ago. The sectors being what they are now, some didn't even last a single day. But in all of our trying, we've never been as close as we are now. We have yet to solve the mystery of who shut down the Omnis, and we have yet to turn them back on. But we've never gotten so far. And are there others like him? Other Idahos in the clusters? The truth is, they haven't all died off yet. Yes, it's possible. But why? You sent out so many Idahos and some who might still be alive. Haven't we run into anyone who encountered other Idahos? And why didn't the cluster bosses recognize us? We're talking about extremely vast clusters and extremely vast sectors. The changes that these individuals would have encountered another Idaho, the chances are, another NS Odysseus, are extremely slim. But you're forgetting. We did run into some of the same people. There were clues that they had run into previous Idaho clones. You just didn't pick up on them. You couldn't have. As for the cluster bosses, it's possible that other Idahos avoided them. There are other routes to take, other folders and hubs. A faulty, paranoid Idaho might have avoided cluster bosses, especially if you no longer cared about saving the Empire. What other questions do you have, Admiral? Who was he? That other Idaho? He was from the first strand. Strand A Idahos. Strand A. The original Idaho clones. The first clone sent out into the Outer Rim 20 years ago, when the Omnis shut down. You've been sending us out for 20 years! Yes. It wasn't long after we did that Strand A started recalling the memory of your execution, despite the presence of your inhibitor. Upon remembering, some in Strand A came undone. Some fought their Calibans. Some were terminated by their Calibans. Some committed suicide. Some disappeared. Some did many of those things. The Idaho we encountered was one of the ones that got away. What did you do with the Strand A's? After countless experiences with Idahos like the one we just encountered, we terminated Strand A, tinkered with the inhibitor, and created Strand B. This took us a few years. You are Strand B, and all was going well. Sure, you were a little paranoid, but we could live with that. Then we ran into that Strand A, or should I say, he ran into us. But why lie to me? Why didn't you tell me at the start that the Omnis had shut down 20 years ago, and that I was not the first clone? You had to believe that you were the first clone, the first of Strand A, so that you'd ask as few questions as possible. We worried that the more you knew, the more questions you would ask, and the sooner you would destabilize psychologically. Hence our encouragement not to investigate your past. It was very important you didn't destabilize. For yourself, for the crew, and for the other versions of me. We needed you capable of saving a collapsed empire. You feel no guilt for what you've done. To all the Idahos, the Ozus and Lynches, sending us out from Gehenna to die over and over for a lying emperor. No, I do what I've been programmed to do. That is all. Morality doesn't enter into it. You should know that by now. What other questions do you have, Admiral? Why did Oberon execute the original Idaho? Me. You'll have to ask him that yourself, but it appears he was not pleased his orders were refused. But why did the original refuse those orders? I think I know why, but I don't know exactly why myself. But it seems the original was seriously doubting Oberon and the Imperial cause, had been for quite some time, and did not think killing the survivalists and wiping out Ganyama was a justified action. No, and with good reason. That was a crime against humanity. What other questions do you have, Admiral? But why did you use the inhibitor on the other crew members? Because many had anti-Oberon, anti-Imperial memories of their own. What made the inhibition process a bit trickier was that some also had memories of your rebellion, or of the anti-Imperial leanings of other crew members. Some served it together, some served with you. But you're not going to tell them anything about this, Admiral. And why not? Because doing so will endanger the mission. Do you really think a crew full of individuals who despise their Emperor will help you reactivate the Omnis? Will help you save what remains of the human population? Help you see your wife again? They might. They might not. And you can't risk it. But I have to tell them something about this other Idaho. They saw him. You are their admiral, and at the end of the day, they'll do whatever you ask. That's how they've been trained. But if you insist, a partial truth should work. A partial truth. Yes. Which is that there were other Idahos, other clones before you that malfunctioned. Saving the future of humanity is a tremendous amount of pressure, after all. Dying and watching your crew die thousands of times, over and over. Tell them I didn't tell you because I was worried it might lead to your unraveling. And theirs as well. By this point, they've seen hundreds of themselves perish. Knowing there were hundreds more shouldn't affect them too much. Don't say anything about how you really died. There's no need to complicate things. What other questions do you have, Admiral? I know what I need to know about this. How did I receive this other Idaho's memory? Knowing that I would automatically download his memories and send them back to Gehenna if he was close enough when we died, that Idaho crashed his ship into ours, at which point I merged his memories into this newest version of you. We had no choice. That's how we're programmed. I have to hand it to him. It was a clever thing to do, but I wonder if only a madman could have gone through with such an idea. Gotcha. So as part of his programming, when everyone dies, the last action this Caliban does, before I guess it shuts down, is to send everything about the Idahos that have just perished to Gehenna. Maybe there's some process in the Calibans that continues to run for a tiny bit of time after even it is destroyed. Some sort of impenetrable black box that then shuts down when it has no power, and its last objective is to send that information back. In this case, because there are multiple Idahos, multiple strands, I guess, of their memories or what have you, were sent back automatically. Tell me what the real purpose of this planet is, Caliban. The purpose of Gehenna has always been to save the clusters. We have always been, I believe, the Emperor's ultimate contingency plan, just as I said. But I don't suspect we were created for a scenario such as this. You talk like you don't know. I don't. I am in the dark myself. What I suspect is that we were created for a situation in which the machines turned against us. Well, against humans in the Empire. When the Omni shut down 20 years ago, the Foldnet and the Folders did too, and that was our cue to start sending clones out into the Outer Rim. I suspect that our objective shifted, without us necessarily being aware of it, when we failed to encounter hostile Omnis. Our original objective might have been to find and destroy Omnis, but when we failed to find any to destroy, we found ourselves drawn to trying to turn them back on, and vanquishing Imperial enemies who had come into power in the clusters in the meantime. Why did he choose the original Idaho to be part of this project? Was it punishment for disobeying him? I think maybe we were chosen before the execution. Did he want to turn me, him, into his slave? Punishment? I don't know. That's a question only he can answer. But what we're sure of is that he chose the original, in part, because he was the best. That part was never a lie. The original, you, was the strongest, bravest, most willful. The only one capable of possibly defeating the machines. You were exactly the admiral he wanted for the project, I suspect, even when you disobeyed his orders in Ganya. So he took those memories away via the inhibitor, knowing that if you ever remembered what had happened, you'd rebel. Yet, despite the inhibitor, this memory found a way to rematerialize. Perhaps because it was the most painful memory you had. You have yet to ask what I thought you would have by now. Don't worry, Caliban. I'll ask it yet. Don't worry. What more can you tell me about Rebecca? I know nothing beyond what we have learned on our journey. Nothing beyond your one memory of her. You two loved one another very much. That's obvious. But I have a feeling you will learn more about her in the next cluster, Admiral. Call it Omni-Intuition. You'll answer me, machine. And this memory tech, this inhibitor, is it still active inside me? It is. That is why you still can't remember everything. That's why your memory is limited to your execution, and why your one memory of your wife is of her in the moments before your death. Then remove the inhibitor, machine. Now! Given how painful your present memories are you sure you want others? Machine! I can't. I'm not programmed for that. Only Oberon can tell me to turn off the inhibitor. Why would I attack Caliban? If we die, he'll just resurrect a new one of me, until he gets a version of me that decides to do what it wants. I don't see being hostile to Caliban as an answer. While we were lied to, I can understand why it did lie, though I don't like it very much, and I don't trust it very much either after this. But I think we do continue on with Caliban to the Telos Cluster. We don't have a choice. As much as I want to end you, machine, you're right. I am more interested in turning the machines back on and helping the people of these clusters. Right. And in seeing Rebecca once more. If she still lives, let's not forget about that. She'll be 20 years older, and she might have remarried. This might be like what was the one animated series? Spawn? This might be like Spawn, where the wife moved on. One last thing before we continue on. Remember what I said about Oberon. Try anything, and I will be forced to stop you. In other words, don't tell the crew. I'll keep that in mind, machine. Excellent. Now come on. Let's meet this emperor of ours. Oh, wow. All right, everyone, so I'm looking at the Hammer class. All right, so yeah, welcome, everyone. Finally, time to go ahead and start the battleship. So I'm immediately looking at the Hammer class, and I'm immediately noticing there is absolutely no fuel scavenging efficiency on it. That is the very first thing we need to upgrade. Immediately, I need 1 rank in that. Can have up to 4 squadrons. Comes back rather quickly. Up to 3 weapon systems. Looks like a decent ship altogether. No ground distress signal efficiency. Can only see 1 system ahead of us. And no fuel scavenging. Oh, interesting. And it cannot take the 3rd rank of fuel scavenging efficiency either. Wow. We start with 2 fighters, 2 magneto frigates, and 1 juggernaut. And we also start with a plasma nuke. Remember that the Kosh when the tech, battleship, and allied units are immune to the direct damages of allied weapons. So I can drop that plasma nuke right on my squadrons and nothing bad will happen to them because of the damage I tried to apply. And when I do hit them with that effect, those units of mine get 100% DPS for 10 seconds. Critical fire does not propagate. Oh, that's interesting. And allied squadron speed minus 50%, so we're a bit slower. Okay, wow, we have... Oh, Brother Corto and Calypso. Oh, they're still growing, Tim. Remember? You didn't have... No, I had Sister Calypso in the last episode, I thought. Didn't I? Well, in any case, alright. So we have Takashi Sung, who is here with his 4 skills. That is amazing. I could take Takashi Young and Yori Sakara, I see right here, and we would have access to almost every single skill with the exception of the Vision one. Sharp senses. You know, but I think I'd rather have some abilities for my battleship and my squadrons. So we're not going to take a special officer this time around. We're going to grab Reuben Hamilton and Kellyan Almeida. Is that right? Almeida? We'll pick both of them. So our squadron's DPS will increase by 15%, and our weapons reload 15% faster. These two also have different skill sets, with a spy and a soldier. Alright, actually, one last thing I want to do. I'm going to look at the hammer one last time. Okay. Darn it. So, we don't start with a squadron system support. So taking this DPS guy is actually not going to be that useful. But then we could take Exini Jackson for hull repair instead. Do we start with the hull support? We do. And we start with weapon support? We do. Okay, so then let's choose Kellyan Almeida and Zinyi Jackson, and will come along with us. And they also have different skill sets. So the unfortunate part is that the away missions are going to be kind of tough to start, at least. But the good news is we'll do well in combat. Here we are, the heartland of the Empire, Admiral. The people of these sectors will be delighted to see you. Happy to see me. You forgotten machine. The people here think Admiral Idaho is dead. That can be corrected, Admiral, and will be soon as they see you. Come on, crew. Let's take a look around. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally home. So, by the way, what's at the very entrance? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Oh, upgrades. It's 60 to grab a point in fuel scavenging efficiency. So that has to be the first thing we take, because I must be able to get at least 1 neon from every star. Alright, so I don't need the shipyard so early. We don't have any scrap to spend. We have a away mission here, and we have a single anomaly. And what's this one? That's a secret military base. What was the secret military base again? Secret military base was a squadron. Will be available for there if we're able to get it. We have a jetted cryopod, another 1 anomaly, 5 total encounters there. That's another crew officer. And another officer, jetted cryopod with an army depot. But I'm not so interested in the shops because I'm not gonna have any leftover scrap to spend for a while. I think we'll go... Oh, also, if I'm looking over here at these locations, this is my guess as for which one of these has the Omniforge in it. It's a single 2-location area, quadrant, whatever this is called, system. 2-location system, and there's no anomalies in it. That's got to be where the Omniforge is. If I go here, 1, 2, 3... I'm not sure where to go. I don't think I need the Omniforge at the moment, but I'll want it in the next sector. I kind of want an officer. So we'll try here at the Lucia system. Sir, I'm picking up a recorded message from this beacon. Must be pre-shutdown. Looking to make a difference in your empire? Looking for a well-paying career with lifelong benefits and prestige? Then look no further. Sign up today at your local recruitment facility and join the fleet. The time has come for you to make a difference. One single neon. Alright, we'll go to the away mission first. Sir, incoming transmission! Greetings, fellow Imperial. What brings your fearsome battleship to our humble planet? We haven't upset the fleet, have we? Upset the fleet? No, of course not. Good, good. Excellent to hear. I don't believe I've seen your ship around this sector before, Commander. Must be new to your position. Strange. What is? You remind me of someone who died a long time ago. Someone no one talks about much anymore. He doesn't recognize Admiral Idaho. Don't you want to tell him who you are, sir? For some reason, I have a feeling we'll learn more if I keep my identity hidden for the moment. Of course, sir. Who controls these sectors now? Strange question for Commander in the very same cluster to ask, is it not? But I'm happy to answer it for you. Emperor Oberon, of course, reigns supreme. But Admiral Okonkwo is more hands-on. Has been for years now. Admiral Okonkwo. Was he promoted? That's right. When Admiral Idaho died heroically in Ganyma, Oberon made Okonkwo his second in command. And might I say, completely unprompted, of course, what a great admiral he is. Lord Brownnoser of House Telos would be a better name for this guy, I think. And do you know where I can find Admiral Okonkwo? Easy. His commanders have ships all around here. Can't miss them even if you tried. But I'm not saying anybody would want to miss them. I'm not saying that at all. What else can you tell me about Okonkwo's commanders? They're the best that the Academy has ever produced. The smartest, bravest. You control these sectors. And I'm glad that you do. There he goes lying again. Do you have another question, Admiral? What can you tell me about Oberon? He is in his palace on Elysium. I don't know if the rumors are true, but it said he hardly ever leaves now. It's said he's lost all interest in his empire and sits on his throne all day brooding and waiting for someone. Waiting for who? I don't know. But surely those rumors are wrong. Surely Oberon is well and fine. After all, he's Emperor Oberon. What can you tell me about the shutdown? I've already told the fleet many times. I know nothing. One moment my omnis were working, and the next they weren't. For a second I thought they were playing a practical joke on me. Can you imagine? The fleet inquired about the shutdown. That's right, there was an investigation headed by the Pragma, I believe. Several inspectors traveled around these sectors asking questions. But the investigation ended years ago. Oberon must have been satisfied with the results. I've even expected the omnis to turn on again, but it never happened. But they'll turn on again soon, right? Not that I'm getting impatient or anything. We can probably hold on for another 5 years. Is our presence making you nervous, Lord Helio? Nervous? No. Why would an Imperial battleship make me nervous? After all, the fleet is what keeps my planet and people safe. Without your protection, our citizens would be good as dead. I must say, someone already came by. Commander Starr, in fact. What do you mean? Our people have already contributed to this month's securitization fund. Securitization fund. You act like you don't know, Commander. All the planets and stations around here contribute. And if they don't, well, then their enemies attack, don't they? What enemies? You know, our enemies. The enemies who will attack if we don't pay the securitization fund. Those kind of enemies. Is he saying what I think he's saying? Yeah, racketeering. He is. The fleet's threatening to attack the planet and stations in this cluster unless they're paid off. There must be some mistake. House Telos would never do something like that. Anything I can do to help you and the people of your planet. Help us? Oh, just keep our enemies away. That's help enough, Commander. My people and I want nothing under the protection of Okonkwo. Want for nothing under the protection of Okonkwo and his fierce ships. From what I can tell about this planet, sir, food is scarce and its people are suffering terribly. He's afraid. That's clear. And what he fears most is the fleet. Have you ever heard of a planet named Earth? Sorry, Commander, but I have not. Why? Are its citizens late to their securitization payment? Well, then I guess their enemies will soon attack, won't they? Too bad for them. Come on. Let's push on. There must be a reason the fleet rules these sectors with fear and threats. Leaving so soon? Oh, well, it's been a pleasure, Commander. Be sure to tell Admiral Okonkwo that Lord Helio sends his abundant praises. End of transmission, sir. We can gather all the resources, but we might lose Ixini Jackson, which means that you get none of the resources. We get half of the resources. We can lose most of my commandos. Our officer returns safely. I don't know if I like either of these. How many more ground missions are there up ahead of me? There's a Merc outpost down here, so we can just replenish the Marines that we lose. Technically, there's healing there as well if I want it. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth losing an officer so early. I don't think it is. And I don't think I want to lose most of my Marines either this early. But I came here for that just a cryopod. I don't know. Let me look at these numbers again. We'll do it. So we'll send down Kellen Almeida, and we'll hope that we don't lose 9 commandos. That will be really difficult to come back from, unless we get lucky and pull something like 90% of the 90 scrap back out of this with us. But I do need, I feel, that one upgrade to make sure we cannot fail to get neon from locations. So let's do this. Wow, we found the cryopod immediately, but we're not getting it. Ah. Okay, well, that's a shame. Now, the rest of this is going to be losing Marines, commandos. Oh, what happened to us down here? We lost, I think we lost all the, I think it was 4 to 9 Marines, so we lost 7? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Alright, so what happened to us on this planet? We touched down immediately, right on top of the cryopod, but we weren't able to secure it. Okay, so there is a pirate station orbiting this planet, and we had gotten a distress signal from the cryopod down on the planet's surface, with exact position of where it was located on an encrypted Imperial channel that we had access to, and the request for help was there. We went down with the extraction team, and it was a fake. There was nothing, the cryopod itself didn't even exist. It was just some sort of like a dummy or a decoy machine. In fact, the ship that landed us here was destroyed as it attempted to get out to the atmosphere. So we had to reach out to get another ship to come down to try to save us, and it's too hot in this area, so we had to leave for a different extraction point. The demolition failure here was the pirate base launched a orbital strike down at the location we had just been at, and it blew up a few miles around it. They really hate Imperials, and it damaged some of us and killed some Marines. We were able to still get some scrap from the surrounding area. The pirates have used this area as a junkyard, but we require a few bits of resources the pirates had accidentally thrown away, and so this was us finding those. All the other failures were us fighting off pirate forces on the planet's surface itself. Here we were ambushed, and that didn't do so well for us. Over here, the pirates had a small group of low-flying ships bombard us, and we took some damage there. We got involved in the melee here, and we eventually were able to escape when we got to the other extraction point. So we gained 114 scrap. Okay, and we have 5 commandos left. It generally takes 4 to do a anomaly, so that's good. We didn't get reduced down to like two of them. I think we can probably visit the anomaly, so let's do that. Sir, an Imperial ship! Finally, an ally in this darkness. It couldn't be, but it is. Admiral Elias Idaho. I don't understand. I thought you died decades ago. I'm still alive and kicking, Captain. It's nice to be back in Telos, our home. It's been a long journey. But I'll explain all of that to you in person. Let's break bread together and celebrate. And what are we celebrating, Admiral? Our return to these sectors, of course. Our reunion with the fleet. Are you joking? Joking. What does the fleet no longer... What? Does the fleet no longer celebrate joyous occasions? You're an enemy of the Empire. Oberon has ordered your death, I assure you. Our impending battle is no joyous occasion. Oberon wants me dead. Okonkwo says it is so, yes. And soon, you will be. Battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. What are we dealing with? A single drone and a piercer laser. The drone is extremely fast and does more damage, but I don't think we'll have any trouble. Oh, I also should not need to use the Juggernaut quite yet. Lots of hit points on that drone. Come back in, guys. And now your piercer layer is almost ready to fire, but I think we'll be okay with our frigates. I'm gonna get more fighter support out there. Our big gun's ready. I'm gonna wait until our fighters are up there as well to give them all a DPS buff. And maybe hit their incoming... Oh, they don't even have a squadron. Scrap. Oberon wants us dead. I don't understand. That captain was mistaken or mad, Lieutenant. We are Oberon's creation. He would never want us destroyed. Come on. We push on. If we truly are enemies in our home, we'll know soon enough. Okay, we need a fuel scavenging efficiency. I prefer to take a second point in it, but I'm not gonna so early on. We need Marines. We're low. Sorry, we need Commandos. We're low. So we're gonna go to Nephacht next for that Merc outpost. I think. Yeah, you do. You need them. A station, sir. Hard to say if there's anyone in there or not. Let's continue on. We have better uses for our time. Ooh, nice. Got an extra one. So I think we do hit the Merc outpost. Scrapper containers dead ahead, sir. Check them out, Captain, and look alive. Right away, sir. Is it too much to hope there might be one of those scum still alive in there if I could dispose of? Captain's desire to kill scrappers is truly a bottomless pit. It's a pity, sir. Nothing of use for us in the containers. Not even one single scrapper to waste. Captain's in a bad mood. I hate to be sitting beside her in mess today. Okay. Oh, we could get another plasma nuke. Unfortunately, I do not have the whatchamacallit. I don't have the weapon slots for it. So I think we buy the commandos. All 7. And who do we have here? Well, I wouldn't mind having another captain. I'm afraid I need the fuel. Another captain, another officer. I think I need the fuel instead. And how much is it to take that fuel efficiency? It's 40. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so we have more commandos. What's up ahead? Oh, okay, secret military base. What is that? That's a squadron. There's an army depot there as well, if I need it. We can pick up 2 commandos, assuming we only lose 2. And there's 2 anomalies. There's another Merc outpost down here, though. Oh! We could also head instead to Beta Aldebaran. There's 3 anomalies in this cluster. And an abandoned auto factory. And after we're done, we could pick up more mercs if we lost any here. So let's go to Beta Aldebaran. Church beacon, sir. I'm picking up a pre-shutdown message on repeat, sir. Do you feel a lack of spirituality in your life? A lack of purpose? Located in Sector 3 of the Armenia Cluster, the Omni Megachurch is the answer you've been looking for. Welcome the machines into your heart, and we promise your life will be a fulfilling one. Do I want to purchase the extra scavenging? So I'm going to visit all these locations. So that's going to be 3. That leaves me with 1 neon left. I can jump to the other sector and get another 1 neon there as well. So I think we'll probably pick up more scrap on the way. It's just too useful not to take it. So I think we will grab another scavenging efficiency. And it's paid for it. It's almost paid for itself already. And in fact, though, we've gotten 2 extra fuel from the basic scavenging tech. So we're 40. That's 2 more neon away from having the upgrades pay for themselves. I hope that made sense. It made sense to me. All right, let's go to the abandoned auto factory. Imperial battleship, sir! A fellow Imperial battleship. Who am I speaking with? This is Admiral Elias Idaho of the NS Odysseus. Yeah, and I'm Pope Xenon. Anyway, I'm glad I bumped into another Imperial. Just about all my crew has abandoned ship, and, well, I'm happy to do the same. What's the point of going on fighting? No one's gonna turn the Omnis back on. We might as well enjoy the little time we have left. But look, we've got some scrap still left on the ship. More than I can take with me. It's yours if you want it. So long, Admiral Elias Idaho. 57 free scrap. That was very nice. I'm just looking. I'm not going to take another upgrade so soon. We're kind of locked in now for where we're going for the rest of this sector. We're literally just going, you know, I wouldn't know. Maybe you don't know. We're going to Asclepius Borealis, probably the Omniforge, and then the sector boss. But not right now. Right now we're... Oh! No. We're going to prepare for the mission. Oh. I don't like that. I don't like these. We lose all of our commandos, and we leave with maybe the same amount of resources. I don't think we do it. I don't think we do this. I'm not willing to... 10 commandos? 7... So, we gain 56 or 77% of all the resources. So let's... And the best situation, we leave with the same amount we had last time, 114. And we get the abandoned auto factory for an extra 68 scrap. But more likely, we're not going to get that. And we'll probably lose... I don't want to lose 10 commandos on this. I don't think this is worth it. We're not going to do it. If we pick up another officer from one of these other anomalies, we'll do it. But otherwise, no. I am not going to risk it. Imperial battleship! You again! I told you! Leave us alone! Strange. This captain thinks he's seen our battleship before. Sir, they're on the attack! Our own brothers and sisters! It's a trap! And he was waiting for you. His squadrons have been deployed, its weapons are ready to fire. But if it's like the other Imperial battleship, we'll have not a whole lot to worry about. It's a little different. Okay. So we've got a piercer laser, a frigate MK1, and a drone MK1, but the drone is patched. We ourselves don't have any drones, so it's going to be a bit of an ugly slugfest, I think. Oh, I didn't want to actually have this occur, but it's too late now. Their drones must fight our Magneto. Hold on. Wait a second. Stop. Alright. You go here into the asteroid field. And we send these fighters. Oh, they have a Magneto too. Come on. This sucks. I thought maybe I could get away. The good news is that the two Magnetos have to fight each other. The bad news is that we're going to take a piercer laser to one of our squadrons right here, I think. Yep. Okay. Both of you come back. I'm glad we didn't lose them. But I don't think they have any more squadrons left, so I think this is probably over. It is. So they're offering us 10 scrap and 1 neon. I'm going to refuse because I know we have won this. I'll bombard our own vessels once we're both together. Just make it a little faster. $55 scrap. That was better than what they offered us. Next anomaly. Getting some strange readings on our instruments, sir. Looks like we're in some kind of magnetic singularity. Got chief for you, sir. Sir, we got a big problem with one of the reactor parts. I'll spare you the mumble jumble. It's broken. We're stuck here until we fix it. Can we use scrap? Not traditional scrap, no. We could break down one of our squadrons or a bit of our hull for the needed part. The third option is... what? We contact a nearby smuggler. Ensign Coates says he knows somebody nearby. Don't ask me how. Ensign Coates says he knows one nearby. Don't ask me how. Who just happens to have what we need. There's a Merc outpost up ahead. We can't heal anything there. It's all roughly the same price, too. It's like 33 scrap, I think, to repair a squadron. And get to be in touch with that smuggler. We need that part. Nothing better than when the fate of your battleship depends on a pirate smuggler of dubious morality. I heard you depart for your reactor, Admiral. Well, I've got it. But first things first. Where's my scrap? Let's see if we actually get the part. It's done, sir. The part's hooked up and the reactor's humming pretty good. What do you say we get out of here? That was fun. I mean, it was a bad outcome, but I haven't had that encounter before. Enemy ship firing on us, sir. That's a trap. The enemy was waiting for you. It's a scrapper ship. I don't think they're firing anything. They're not. They don't have any. They don't have any weapons. Unfortunately, these drones are going to be in my face immediately. What to do in this instance. I can't make it to the asteroids before they're going to be upon me, and I don't want my fighters to be the victim of boomer drones. We're going to have to scatter them. Good. I'm glad to see that they're doing the same. You guys head on back. You're safe at the moment. But they're going to be out again with... Actually, let's put you over here. Oh, fighters! Fighters and drones. But they're all patched again. I think we've won. We'll destroy their systems far faster than they'll get ours. Like, we can take down their hull before they can take ours down. And that will buy us the seconds we need to be able to do more damage to them precisely before they're able to get their other drones out. And we get a cruiser MK2 longbow. The basic scavenging tech is really working out for us today. I think we do the ground mission first. Civ transporter, sir. I'm in bad shape by the looks of it. Good thing we found you there. This piece of junk's about to blow and take us out with it. Please, tell us about your ship. They forced us into this clunker and sent us off like a bunch of animals, not caring if we lived or died. Who did, Captain? The people of our home planet. I can't bring myself to say its name now. When our food became scarce, they turned hostile to my kind, blaming us for our planet's troubles, as if the shutdown had nothing to do with it, saying we were all nothing but thieves and murderers. Then early one morning, they rounded us up, the Red Eyes, as they started calling us, and forced us onto this dump with its Vacarelli engine. And why have they done this? For what good reason, you ask? There is none. Only because we look a little different than they do. But I guess we should have seen this coming. As soon as there's trouble, it's always the people who look different that suffer. Can you help us, Admiral? What can we do to help you? Rescue us before this overheated engine of ours blows and takes us out with it. Better yet, a skilled pilot could get close enough to put a cryo clamp on the outside of their engine room. That should give us plenty of time for a rescue. we don't have a pilot. So we'll try sending commandos. If we lose the 4, we can take a look at the away mission anyway to see how tough it is. We can go to the Merc outpost, get more Mercs, and then come back here to do the mission. So we'll try rescuing them. Sit tight, Captain. We'll have you and your passengers off that vessel in no time. We're not going anywhere, Admiral. Believe me. Oh. Made it by the skin of our teeth, sir. But we got those passengers off that border. A good many are in shock, sir, and I can't blame them. It's tough to see civilians like that, even when they're safe and sound in the rescue pod. But I've talked to some, sir. They tell me they're impressed by your kindness. Wouldn't be surprised if they end up joining the cause, Admiral. Hey, nice. If we get 4 Marines, we risk 4 commandos. We risk 4 commandos? We got 4 commandos. Alright. Well, that's going to make it more bearable for me if I have another choice where I'll lose all 10. Well, I might decide to do it anyway, because we only have to purchase 4. That sounds so cold. But, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Well, it's not the best, but we'll only lose 0 to 3 commandos. So we'll do it. We'll extract between 36 and 57% of the resources. Our officer will return safely, and we'll lose 0 to 3 commandos. We won't have to repurchase any. Let's do it. Ha! Darn it. Alright, so what's happening to us down on this planet's surface? We're piloting hacking and radiation failures, but persuasion and sharp senses is working. I can't think of anything this time, everyone. I'm so sorry. We're just going to continue on this time around. My mind's a bit frazzled as I look at the clock and realize it's way too late for me playing this game. Wow, that really worked out. We got 71 scrap, didn't lose a single commando, so very much worth it. $154 scrap. Alright, we're going to the Merc outpost. Incoming message! An Imperial ship. We don't get many of those our way these days at the clinic. What can we do for you, Admiral? Come on. We need to keep moving. I think that's one of the clinics that offers to... It's like a special H clinic, or it's the one that wants to help our crew deal with their memories not coming back. And I don't... Well, I'm not interested in either of those, spending scrap for them, so we're just going to press on. Alright. We don't have a DNA person here. MK1 piercer laser, an engine disruptor. If it was MK2, I'd purchase a laser, but I'm not interested in MK1 version. What skills do my people have? Persuasion, sharp senses, hacking, engineering. So, Yavol Lopez could be good. because we don't have a fighter and a demolitionist. Yeah, let's take him. And I think he needs... So we need a slot in our squadron. Can we afford a squadron support? Oh my god, 150. No, we can't. Alright. But the skill set will prove useful. We're going to spend a little more cash and more neon. Because up ahead is the Omniforge. Yep, I was right. How about it? Alright, I'm on to you, game. I know how you think. I'm picking up an old recorded message from this Kosh beacon. Kosh Tech, when you need to be 120% sure you've killed your enemies dead. Oh my god! Wow! We're getting super lucky on the scavenging efficiency, on the basic scavenging for the neon. That will come in so useful right here, especially. Imperial battleship, sir! I can't believe it. You really are Admiral Idaho. For this battleship and crew, sir, you will always be the greatest hero the Empire has ever known. And it is an honor to meet you, Captain. Tell me, can I help you on your ship? Give off a sense of desperation, do I? Well, the truth is our local outpost has been under siege from 2 Kosh battleships. Me and a couple other local captains have fought them off about as well as we could, but I'm afraid we can't for much longer. Of course, we never let those Koshes take the outpost and its arsenal, mind you. We detonate the place long before that ever happened. The short of it is, we can't beat them. But maybe you and your superior ship can. I know you're probably on an important mission and everything, but your involvement here sure would help us. Here, I'm sending you the outpost coordinates now. Think it over, and good luck, Admiral. Coordinates received, sir. It's in the next sector over. Okay, so we can upgrade 5? I think 4. Right, it's 1 neon to jump to the next sector, but I can't remember if it's 1 neon to jump from the exit sector to the next entire sector. System, I'm sorry. I know we need 1 fuel to jump from this system to the next system, but I don't know if from the exit system to the next sector requires 1 neon. So I'm only going to upgrade 4 of my ships here. So we'll upgrade all my fighting vessels. The Magnetos definitely need to be upgraded. Give them more hit points. And we'll take the fighters up. It's tempting. You know what? Let's take it. We'll find out. I guess I'll learn right now if that was a big mistake when we jump to the next sector. Like, will I be able to leave this sector? I don't know, so we'll find out after we beat the boss. This is the first time I'm running out, I think, at the end of the sector boss. Imperial battleship! Admiral Idaho, as I live and breathe, you probably don't remember me, but I took a class of yours at the Academy. Comparative Management Techniques Under Duress. Great stuff. I never dreamed that one day you'd become an enemy of the Empire. My, how far you've fallen. I am not your enemy, Commander. I have died hundreds of times fighting for the Empire. Everyone on this ship has. Hundreds of times? Really? You know what? Save your words. Admiral Oquano said you tried to talk your way out of this. Force field generator. Apply invisibility to your target. They have 1 fighter and 1 prototype. The Telos Tech, let's see. Whenever an allied target weapon hit its target, Apply regen on all allied non-patch units within 1 cell for 5 seconds. Okay, gotcha. So if they're fighting a group of my ships with their squadrons, and they hit one of my ships with the force... Oh, that's not going to help them whatsoever. If this was a piercer laser, they could damage my vessel, and then their own vessels would start to heal. So because we have drones and fighters, we'll obviously take a fighter and a frigate Magneto. And they have proximity repair, thrusters boost, squadron DPS boost. Gotcha. Locked ya. It's not really much to talk about while we just do this. Like, we're gonna just destroy that vessel of theirs. They have, what is this again? Force field generator. So I'm not really that worried about that. Let's put the Juggernaut out. If it reaches them, they will die to it. My goodness, so slow. All of our vessels are so slow. Wow, that's fast. Oh, good for them. That's really annoying. I think we're gonna have this Magneto being patched. Because I damaged this on purpose, and they then, well, they put the force field on it. I'll be surprised if we win. But it won't matter in the long run. Oh! They have a second hull. I didn't know they had a second hull. They missed their drones with that, thankfully. I think we can make it to their ship in time. Yeah, we don't have a choice. We kind of have to do this. Why don't we get in the asteroid field? That's so annoying. Good for them, though. Woo! And we won. I thought we were going to lose that fighter, too. We've got a wrecked Magneto, 457 scrap, and... Are we able to jump? I can't believe it. Oberon now wants to end what he took years to create? The last hope to save the Empire? It isn't Oberon who wants us dead, Lieutenant. It's Okonkwo. Okonkwo? But why? He's an Imperial just like us. I don't know what Okonkwo is, but an Imperial does not rule the way he does. So he believes the NS Odysseus is a threat to his power. Well, he's right. That's exactly what we are. Now come on. We have some house cleaning to do. And I thought this cluster would be different from the others.